Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a glowy skin look with neutral eyes. I'm just going in firstly with my MAC Strobe Cream. This is just a really nice hydrating base to put on your skin. I'm putting this on top of my moisturizer and going over top of that with my Giorgio Armani Light Master Primer. This will just add another level of luminescence to your skin to give you that glow from within type of look, which I think is so beautiful on the warmer days. On the high points of the cheeks and the parts that I want to highlight, like my chin and my forehead, I'm going in with my MAC Cream Color Base in Pearl. I'm going to be putting this underneath my foundation so it doesn't look too stark, but does give you that nice glowy look just on the parts that you want highlighted. And I'm going to really pack this on because foundation definitely does dull it down. And as you can see, I'm just putting this onto the high points of my cheeks and my forehead, like I said before, and just down the bridge of my nose, on the top of my lip and my chin. Just the parts that you want highlighted, really. Now for my foundation, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I am using number 4 in this, and I'm just going to dot it all over my skin before I go over it with my Beauty Blender. This just does half the work for it, and I just think it's kind of fun to put dots on my face. And with my Beauty Blender, you have to have it damp and you dab it all over your face. You do like a bouncy motion, you never want to swipe with this, and you really work it in. I did this for probably 5 minutes, just going back over the parts that I wanted to. If there is anywhere that there's not enough coverage, I will just dot more foundation onto it before I go in with my concealer, as I find it can look less cakey. So just keep dabbing that over your skin until you think that it looks completely even. Now I'm going in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20, and I'm just going to be taking this in a kind of small V shape underneath my eyes. This is the most natural way to conceal. This concealer is absolutely beautiful. This was one of the first times that I'd ever used it, and I am so impressed. It is so high coverage, but really light, so it never cakes. And I'm just going to be putting this around my nose as well and onto any blemishes just to stop any ruddiness. I'm putting this in with my Beauty Blender so it looks more natural. With my MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose, I'm just going to again go very lightly underneath my eyes in a V shape to highlight. Be very careful with this product as it can make you look very stark if you use too much of it. And again with my Beauty Blender so that it all blends in really naturally and doesn't look too harsh. And I'm going to be highlighting the high points of my face as well. Just if you highlight underneath your eyes but you don't bring it down the center of your face, it can look quite unnatural. So you want to highlight all over if you're going to highlight. And I am now taking my NARS Light Reflecting Powder on my XObeauty powder brush, and I'm taking a very small amount of that and just putting it underneath my eyes just to stop it creasing really. And my NARS Bronzer in Laguna on that same XObeauty brush, I am just really warming up my face. I am going on the cheeks and around the top of my face on my forehead and also bringing it down my neck. I think it's really lovely in the warm months in spring and summer to just warm up your complexion a little bit. And I'm going to be doing some very light contouring with my Japonesque angled brush. This is just to add a little bit of definition to my face, but I don't want it to look too much. So I'm going to be taking my powder brush again and just really buffing that out so it looks quite natural. My Becca blush in Flowerchild, I'm taking that on my XObeauty bronzer brush, and I'm going to be putting that on my cheeks, obviously where you put blush, and it is beautiful. It is so pigmented. I highly recommend it. It is lovely and it stays on for ages. And to make sure I don't look too powdery, I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and I'm going to take a swim in it just so I still look glowy. Make sure you wait until that dries. Now for my favourite brow product, my Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is in medium ash, which is the perfect colour for my eyebrows. I love that it's a small tip. It looks like hair strokes. I just basically outline my eyebrow, going from underneath the body of the brow to the top of the arch and then connecting them all up, making sure that I get the arch underneath as well, making sure that there's a lot of product there, and then I just fill it in with small strokes to make sure that the colour is packed on there. And getting the inside of the eyebrow, which is closer to my nose. I do like to bring that in a little bit further. This looks quite unnatural right now, so I do just brush through it in a wiggling motion from the bottom of the hair upwards to the top of the brow. I don't brush the brow downwards because I like that defined line on top, but I just like to make the bottom of it a little bit a little bit more natural, and that's the final look, and that's how I really, really love my eyebrows to be done, and this is the perfect product for it. And now for my eyes, I'm just going to be taking MAC Painterly Paintpot. This is just absolutely perfect for my skin tone and just helps conceal any of the dark veins that I have in my eyes. If you have a more yellow based skin tone, I would suggest having a look at soft ochre. The key is just really finding one that suits your skin tone. I'm now just going to be taking MAC All That Glitters on my XObeauty eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to pat that onto the eyelid and then work it in. This is just a really, really beautiful shimmery pink colour that comes off quite metallic. In my crease, I'm going to be taking Omega on the XObeauty eyeshadow blender brush. This is just going to be a really light transition shade. I want this eye look to be very, very neutral, so I'm taking a little bit of MAC Mystery into the outer third of the eye just to add a little bit of depth, but definitely not to make this very dramatic. The focus is really on the skin and how glowy and beautiful it is, and I like to keep my eyes quite neutral just for everyday looks. Next, I'm just taking some of my Becca highlighter in Moonstone. This is just a really beautiful pearlescent white highlighter that's super shimmery. I'm taking my XObeauty eyeshadow brush and just putting a small amount onto the inner corners of my eye, but also some on the middle of my eyelid. This will just help your eyes look wider and more awake, which I think is just perfect when the weather's a bit warmer. Next, I'm taking MAC Shroom on that same XObeauty eyeshadow brush because I'm too lazy to change it, and I'm putting a small amount under my brow bone. It's not too white, and I find that it's just the perfect underbrow highlight. With that same brush, again, I'm taking more of that Mystery colour by MAC and just putting it underneath my eyes, and then taking the XObeauty small blend brush and just really blending that out. And now I'm just going to be lining my upper lashes with my Eyeko liquid liner. This is just a jet black liquid liner, and I'm just going to be doing a very, very thin line on the top of my eyelashes. This will just help define my eye, but also give my false eyelashes somewhere to sit, and also tight lining just to make the lashes look cohesive. And with my Tarte eyelash curler, I'm just curling my eyelashes. I put it as close to the bottom of the lashes as possible, and I just pump it upwards to get an even curl right the way along the length of the eyelash. And I'm just doing a light layer of mascara with my Kevyn the Essential Mascara on the upper and bottom lashes. I'm going to be taking my XObeauty eyelashes, and because I can't do them on camera, they are already on. MAC lipstick in Peach Blossom, which is just a really beautiful peachy shade, and I'm going to be taking on top of this NARS lip lacquer in Chelsea Girls, which is very sticky, but it helps your lipstick stay for ages and keeps your lips really, really moisturized, so I actually really, really like it. And this is the finished look, guys. I hope you like it. Please do subscribe and leave me any comments. Bye!